So have group investors been buying land, and how are those organizations formed?
So there's a variety of different methods. Yeah, that has been pretty big. I mean, the best and most official way is called a REIT, or a real estate investment trust, and that gets into like stocks and situations like that and everything. So I haven't dealt with any REITs. That's usually like a shopping center situation, and those can be like publicly traded in their shares and whatnot. So, but the two most common ways for real estate to be purchased by groups in this area is either they'll create an LLC, which the LLC is an entity, and then they all have different member managers with different shares of that company. And so like 5 guys put in $20,000 each. They each have 20% or a fifth of the company, and then they can go out and buy a piece of property for $100,000. So really strengthens their purchasing power. The other way to do it is it's called a TIC, or a tenancy in common, and that just means that it's 3 guys that are buying a piece of property, or 3 women that are buying a piece of property, and they each have their name on the deed, and they each have an equal share of the property. So if you're going to all put in the same amounts, you could do a TIC. If you're going to do different amounts, maybe the LLC or situation might be better. But the reason why this is so hugely important right now is because you cannot go out and get a loan to buy a $300,000 or $400,000 piece of property. You walk into, you call, I don't care what your credit is, you talk to Bank of America or Wells Fargo, they're not going to do a land loan. If you have a home equity line, they'll let you pull from that and do it. Or if it's just you have such incredible credit, they're just going to do a personal loan. They would do it that way. But that is not your traditional land loan that we were used to. So the biggest way that people can get a large acreage tract of land is to have this group purchasing power. What I love about this is because there's so many situations where there are people in Raleigh, Durham, or Cary that they want 10 acres. Well, 3 people could get together, buy 30 acres, and those 30 acres are going to be at a 30-acre price and not a 10-acre price. They can go and buy that together, have a lot more negotiating power, get a much better price. They could divide it that they want to. They can set up the covenants that they want to. They can make their own little paradise subdivision. But this group purchasing power is a very clever way of people to either buy large tracts of land that are good investments, or large tracts of land that they can all subdivide. Or another hugely common thing that I'm dealing with right now is that we're getting 5 to 10 guys together, and they're buying 100 or 200 acre piece so they can all hunt on it, because hunting land is becoming increasingly rare. I get inundated with leads, internet leads, phone calls, emails from people saying, please, do you have any land that we can lease? No one's interested in leasing their land for hunting. That's like a 20-40 year thing. People just need to give that. You might find an old farmer every now and then, but it is so rare. What really people need to consider is you could buy in Bennett or Bonlee right now a big tract of land for $300,000, 100 acres for $300,000. You get 6 buddies together. That's $50,000 each. That's doable, and you guys could have a 100-acre tract to hunt on that you could pass down generation after generation. That can happen. But so REITs, LLCs, and TICs are the 3 ways that people come together and make group investment purchases.